Whatever. Hey everyone, it's Leo, and wow, it's been a while since I've done another one of these videos, but I've decided to finally come in and tell my opinion on the Dark Knight himself, the Caped Crusader, Batman. Alright, so first off, if you're reading the title, Batman, in my opinion, has become one of the worst DC heroes to date. He was good when he was created, of course. They were all good when they were created, and it only got better with time until I want to say around the mid 2000s, beginning 2000s. So after Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy and all that, that's when shit started going insane. All right, so where this is all stemming from, if you haven't read, there's a new comic series called Batman Metal, and essentially it is where other versions of Batman come from other universes, and each one of these Batman or Batmen have powers of the Justice League, what's his name? Dead Speed? Some crap like that. He basically has the powers of the Flash. There's the female Aquaman Bat. And there's Death Machine. There's the Merciless. They all have pretty cool names, but really it's just... the entire story was Batman trying to save the world. And all of a sudden it turns out that the world needs to be saved from other versions of him. And DC's idea is, you know what? What's more dangerous than one Batman? A team of Batmen. And you know what's even more dangerous than a team of Batmen? If each Batman had their own superpowers. And you know what's even more dangerous than a team of Batmen that have their own superpowers? A team of Batmen that have their own superpowers who are led by a demon bat god named Barbados, or Barbatos, as I like to freaking call it. And to me, this is fucking ridiculous, alright? Excuse my other mother's French, but this is ridiculous. Like, really, your option, instead of... the story was based around, meta, what's it called? The nth metal of Thanagarians, like the metal that Hawkman and Hawkgirl wear and Deathstroke wear. It like increases their abilities, it enhances their skills, it lets them heal faster. It's just an amazing type of metal. All right, nobody knows where it comes from apparently, and that's the thing. That was the beginning of the story, trying to figure out where it came from. And then all of a sudden, like, Joker comes out and he's like, listen, Batman knows where it came from. All right. You want to know something funny about nth metal or metal? Take the last letter of metal out. What does that spell? Meta. And that's where the bullshit comes out. It turns out Batman has known it. Okay, first of all, metahumans. If you know what DC is, metahumans are basically individuals with superpowers. Turns out it's people with superpowers because they have metal in their bloods. Batman had been studying metahumans for years, and it turns out like some of the first documented cases, the hospitals of these children. Okay. Wow, I keep skipping this part because I don't really remember that well, but I remember the bullshit about it. So the hospital would like check the kids' blood, the babies, like newborn babies' bloods for metal, and they could only type in 4 letters, so they typed in meta if there was metal, and the metal inside these kids were nth metal, and that's why they kept getting these powers. So apparently Barry Allen is a metahuman because he has nth metal in his freaking veins. That's why the lightning of the Speed Force didn't fucking kill him. So, okay, I was upset about that, but I was like, alright, I guess I can, like, forgive it and pretend and retcon it and pretend it never happened. But no, it got a little worse because now Batman all of a sudden is a metahuman from all these universes. In fact, he's not even born meta. Every universe, this Batman just decided to kill the Justice League because he felt that he could not lose. Because he felt that the Flash one, all of his Bat family died. So what he wanted to do was go take the Flash's abilities and basically use them to go back in time and fix everything. But, you know, turns out he was wrong, and he was like, oh, well, shit, whatever. Female Batman, her husband or boyfriend, something Kyle, the male version of Catwoman, was killed by metahumans, and that Batman went fucking crazy and decided to kill off every metahuman on the planet, and then, Atlantean showed up, and her mind's like, we need to kill them too. Freaking, the Merciless is the god of war from their world. Apparently Ares made a helmet and he stunned Wonder Woman, and Batman thought she died, so Batman put on the helmet that gave Ares like extra power. He became the Merciless, killed Ares. Turns out Wonder Woman survived, and she would come and try to take the helmet from him, and Bruce would end up killing Wonder Woman anyways. All of this shit is just because Batman doesn't want to lose. And that's DC's idea too. We cannot let our flagship character lose. For the freaking dark on Batman v Superman, what happened? Batman beat Superman. Yes, he beat Superman, and he would. personally, Superman would have killed him. There was enough proof to show that he did, but whatever, Martha and all that. The reason I get so upset about this is because there are definitely so many other heroes who are more dangerous and are more capable than Batman. Like, the reason a lot of people used to like Batman was because it's like a lot of people are like, oh, I can be just like Batman when I grow up. He's so relatable. What the fuck is relatable about Batman? Like, that's not even a joke. He's a billionaire. You're a kid who reads fucking books. Your parents are alive. They bought you the damn books. His parents got shot. His parents were murdered. He went off and became a fucking psychopath. Like, Batman is a psychopath in all retrospect. What human being, there are people who cannot cope. I was watching a channel from an episode from the ID channel, Investigative Discovery, and this man's daughter was killed back in the 80s or 90s. I'm not 100% sure. Hearts out to him. He could never find his daughter. So he decided, what did he do? He decided to help the cops and then start his own company, which would help you find your dead relatives. And he's been all over the world. And even at one point, like one of the lawyers said, I think he's only doing this because he could never find his own daughter. And he even fucking says that then. He's like, I sometimes wonder how come I can find these other people, but I can't find her. I kind of feel like I'm failing her. So that's pretty much what Batman is, but taken to 1,000-fold. Because with grown people or adults, we have that part of our brains that's activated. And it's just like, hey, I should not do this because it's not going to go well. I don't know what that part of the brain is called, but it's like when you get older, that part of your brain that shuts on and off, it's like, this is bad, let's not do this. For Bruce, his parents died as a young child. So for Bruce, like so many universes or versions, like no, I'm not even gonna say that. Never mind. But for Bruce, he was a child, so that part of his brain never freaking activated. So he was like, I need to learn how to be something violent so this never happens again. He went downhill. His mental capacity just spiraled out of freaking control. Personally, if Bruce's parents lived, I do not think he would have been a bad man at all. From the looks of it, Thomas and Martha Wayne were pretty good people. But, excuse me, got a burp. Sorry about that. But I don't understand why DC wants to put so much power in Batman's hands. Like, he became the god of the Mobius chair. No, not the god. He became the user or wielder of the Mobius chair. The sitter? He had control of the Mobius chair for a while. And that was around the time DC literally wanted to make everybody a god, wasn't it? Like, everybody was a god. Batman was the god of knowledge. Flash was the god of death because, like, I don't remember. Darkseid died, and Apocalypse needed new gods or something like that. And it was a cool idea for a second, but really, it never really needed to happen. They didn't really need to kill Darkseid because he's back. They bring everyone back. My own comics, I don't even do that. Like, the only person who ever came back was me. And I wrote like 1,000 comics to explain, here's why I came back. I didn't just come back because I wanted to. Oh, I'm sorry. I used to love Batman. Nightwing was more realistic. Jason Todd was more realistic. Okay. I mentioned this to my friend. I'm going to bring this up. Each one of Batman's kids is physically, in my opinion, the most extreme outcome of a crime-related violence. Jason Todd probably would have just become a thug, put in prison, and nothing would have happened to him. Batman comes up and basically turns this thug into a murder machine. He's now become I want to say he's coming up on Batman's popularity. But even DC doesn't want to, like, overstep that boundary because there's a comic book that shows that Tim is supposed to be the future Batman. It shows that Dick and Jason and Damian all became Batman. Dick didn't want to continue being Batman because he wanted a family. He wanted to live a normal life, which is what every hero should do. It's like there's a point where you're a hero and you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't push on. For Damian, there's that idea that Damian's going to become like the devil and burn Gotham. And then there was a scene where Jason became Batman and he's like killing ninjas and shooting them, and then they show you a picture of he lost his leg and his arm. No, his leg and his eye and his will to live. And so Dick was the perfect, like, idea of becoming Batman. Now, like I said, they are the boy wonders are the extreme outlier when it comes to crime violence. But when it comes to like the ultimate Mac Daddy of issues, like Batman is the idea that we never want to really happen. Like really, a rich person could probably become Batman, but you have to have like psychotic issues in every shape of the form. Moving on to it, I was talking to my friend about this a couple days ago, and when you think about it, Batman is the beacon of bad, of horror. He's the shepherd of all insanity. Basically, he's the shepherd of insanity. I'm now calling Batman that. That's a pretty damn good title for him, because when he showed up in Gotham, all of a sudden, all of these supervillains started showing up. All of this shit started popping up. Now, people like Riddler, not Riddler. Riddler would have only come if Batman came. People like Mr. Freeze would have probably happened. But Joker, the Penguin would have just been the Penguin. He wouldn't be like some supervillain. Like Jim Gordon would be like the Batman came, all these other villains came because they wanted to match wits with him. They wanted to fight him. They wanted Gotham because Gotham is such a basic city. But all of a sudden, it's like normal thugs couldn't last in Gotham. So all these bigger thugs were like, if I come into Gotham, I can take out the Batman easily, become their kingpin of all the little guys, and I'm good. I've taken over. So let's just go to the city and like think about it. Think about it like this. If Killer Croc existed, would he go to the city where the fastest man alive lives? Would he go to the city where the Man of Steel lives? Where Aquaman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Hawkman, Hawker, where those type of people live? No, you would go to Batman because he's the easiest to fight. But then again, if you look at what Batman did, he creates some of these horrible villains for himself. He brings in all this insanity. And the reason I'm calling him the shepherd of insanity is because he leads these children, Dick, Barbara, Jason, Damian. Whenever they leave the fucking city, shit follows them. It goes to other. He made Batman Incorporated. All of a sudden, it's like, why do you need a Batman in Russia now? Because there's shit there. Was it there before? No, but we made Batman in Russia there to stop it. And good thing he showed up because it started coming. Yeah, it started coming because Batman in Russia exists. Because Batwing exists. The existence of a Batman equals villainy. Alright, I guess you could say that for any hero. The existence of a hero creates, in the grand scheme of things, the karma is like, oh, there's a superhero in the city. That means like karma's going to start, like the balance of karma is unequal. Good is beating bad. So bad is just going to start creating these things to finally match the good. Well, Batman's a fucking psychopath. So all of his bad is psychopathic. Joker beat Superman. Remember that from Injustice? Riddler beat the Flash. You ever read that comic? Riddler went over to the Flash's city, had like the city and the rogues turn on him, showed the Flash's identity. Luckily, no one actually believed it was Barry. And it's just like, because, oh my god. Batman is, and you like, I know I sound like I'm trailing off, but listen to what I'm saying. Batman's characters are fucking insane. They're running the Justice League. They're running the DC universe. Like, I believe there was a storyline that the Justice League wanted to put their base in Gotham. Alright, I'm not sure why. Maybe because they were like, if we go to Gotham, like, nobody's going to come here. We know there's issues, and so Batman doesn't really have to do anything. Batman was like, you stay the fuck out of Gotham. You never come back. Did you know there's a story where Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, flew down to Gotham, and Batman took his ass out? He was like, don't you ever fucking come back to Gotham. I'm protecting Gotham. So Batman has single-handedly beaten Green Lantern. He's punched Guy Gardner. He's told the Justice League to fuck off. He did the Tower of Babel. He's created some of the most dangerous and unstable villains in the DC universe. Teams of villains can't even beat him. Like, I don't even know anymore. Like, he's and then there's the whole Batman's human. He's not fucking human. He does he micro sleeps. If you don't know what that means, he takes like a couple seconds of sleep. He went up to 80 hours without like sleep. And he takes micro naps. He closes his eyes for like 20 seconds and then wakes up and he's like, let's go to war, bitch. And then he's I think I read a trivia fact, he deadlifts 600 to 1,000 pounds. He knows 127 martial arts, I think 87 languages, and has an IQ of 191. And yet you dress like a bat instead of going around and actually saving the damn world. Like, he saves Gotham, and Gotham just keeps fucking itself up. I understand why he wants to protect it. If I saw more of his money going out to save the world, and Batman just being the only protector of Gotham, like, oh, when he's with the Justice League, he saves the world. But when he's Bruce Wayne, he's saving like the entire world. He's spending money in the Sahara Desert. He's putting up museums down in Chicago. But when he's Batman, that's his protection. That's his protection strategy for the city. Batman is his protection strategy for Gotham. So for that, it's like, all right, I got you, Batman. But still, he's there's just too much. He's a metahuman. I'm sorry that I trailed off there, but he's a metahuman. There's just too much that he's done, that he's survived. Like, he heals from these he heals from gunshots. First of all, yeah, comic or not, like, some people, like, remember when Alfred got shot? He went to the hospital. He got treated the fuck up. He went to the hospital and got bandages and everything. Batman got shot. The bullets get pulled out. Fucking herbal tea is poured over Batman's back like it's a freaking episode of 50 Shades of Grey. He's stitched up, he's padded up, and then he's back onto the streets. That's not something a normal man can do. And don't go, oh, he has the will. Fuck you, bitch. Gandhi had the will, and he died. All right? Get that out of here. I'm normally a more calm person in my videos, but Batman is starting to push me over the edge. I love you, DC. I want to write for you. I want to make characters for you. I made freaking characters for you. But Batman is starting to take the cake. With Marvel, there is no character that's that freaking ridiculous. Like, with the X-Men, yes. The X-Men constantly keep trying to create characters or mutants that are more powerful than the last, that are more extreme and crazy. That's like every couple of freaking months. With you, Batman is Batman every freaking issue. And it's making me wonder, it's like, wow, I'm very lucky that none of the other, like, isn't that what that's what the Bat family's for? To create the emotional idea, because nobody can be Batman. Nobody can be Batman. But you want to know the scary part? A lot of people can be Jason Todd. A lot of people can take taekwondo classes, go to a shooting range, learn how to pop a few caps, go through the city and start ending people. A lot of people can be Nightwing. A lot of people can take acrobatics and taekwondo or jiu-jitsu or Krav Maga. A lot of people can be all of these characters, but no one can be Batman. So instead of looking at the psychopathic Dark Knight, the shepherd of freaking insanity, the main I bet you Jeff Johns has his own, like, Batman signal. Whenever he needs help, he calls for Batman. Batman doesn't call for him. Batman jumps out the damn page and saves DC for some reason. Ben Affleck, good work on Batman, by the way. Back to the rant. It's just, I'm not really messing with it. Even Batman, I think Batman is the only man to get shot by, the only human to get shot by the Omega Beam. Out of every single instance that we've ever seen, comics, video games, books, everything, the Omega Beam is a one-hit kill. Just like the lasers from the original Star Wars. Remember how the clone troopers would shoot you once and you would drop dead? That's how it used to be. That's how the Omega Beam was made. Batman, the first, like, normal human in a suit, takes the Omega Beam. Oh, I'm time traveled back in time, bitch. Yeah, I'm the hood, nigga, yeah. And so, I'm the only one who can do it. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want that. I miss when Batman was, like, protecting his city and, like, he was the world's greatest detective. If Superman needed help with finding out something, he'd be like, hey, Batman, I need you to come here for a second. Hey, Batman, I need you to sneak into the Central City Museum so the rogues, like, so I know when the rogues are going to show up. Like, that's the type of stuff. Batman was the technical support. And he's pretty much doing that in the movies. He looks like he's doing that. He's the technical support. He would sit back and, like, type in the computer, look over the mission specs, and be like, all right, go here, make this move, and you're good. Now, all of a sudden, he's on the ground floor. When an alien invasion comes, like, Captain America, like, Avengers, all right, Captain America, they made that work, all right? They made it work as good as they could. Captain America is super. See, the thing about okay, I'm going to talk about this really quick. With the Avengers, I can see that working because Hawkeye is not actually going head to head with these people. All right, he's doing it from a distance. Black Widow didn't. They were smart about her. They didn't actually send Black Widow to fight anyone. She went to go deal with the problem because it's like, the hell am I supposed to do? But when you saw freaking Captain America and his vibranium adamantium shield mixing with Iron Man's blast like it was freaking Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, that was awesome. Batman can't do that. When Batman comes on the field, Batman drops one of those Titanfall mechs and gets inside of it, and then he's like, my turn. I don't know the song, but it's a pretty good song. But you get what I'm saying. Like, Batman is a bit over the top for me. I think DC really needs to scale it back. When Batman died, quote unquote, or when he lost his memory and nobody wanted to return it, I was happy. But unfortunately, DC was like, make Jim Gordon Batman. Like, why not just leave his goddamn legacy alone? Like Wolverine. When Wolverine passed away, he passed away gently. Nothing bad. He closed his eyes. He finally stopped the nightmares from happening to anyone else at Weapon X facility. And then his daughter took over. When Batman, quote unquote, died, he lost his memory. And that was it. Nobody wanted to return it. He was happy. Life was good. There should have been no Batman because, like, the difference between the Wolverine and the Batman, Wolverine only had one disciple. Batman had multiple. So any of them could have came and protected Gotham. None of them had to become Batman. They could have just, like, gone into Gotham every once in a while and protected it. Like, if Jason Todd, like, there's just so many things wrong with the Batman character. They're overplaying it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a couple comments in the comment section saying he's just a comic book character. It's like, yes, and that is why I'm kind of having an issue with it, because even at one point, everything has a point where it's just like over the top, where it's too much even for itself. All right. All right, rant done. I'm glad I got this off my chest. I think we discussed it a little bit more in detail in my podcast description in the link in the description below. I'm sorry, a little heavy-headed right now, lightheaded. Sorry. But yeah, we discussed this in our podcast, the JTA podcast, episode 8. Batman is a metahuman, and basically we discussed this, and I was trying to get other people's opinions, and they all agree. Like, there's stuff about Batman that makes him crazy, that makes him a metahuman, that makes him over the top. And really, for me, DC, after this Batman metal, just stop. All right, just stop. This is like, what, the third event that makes Batman seem more like a threat to the DC universe than Superman, right? Like, Batman's over here waiting for all of this stuff. It's like, Batman, I've seen more comics of you attacking the DC universe in the main comic book storyline than Superman ever had. Like, Injustice is an offshoot. You've done shit just like this. You've tried it. You have plans to do it if you ever wanted to. So really, and at this point, I've just gone like, I can't even do it. If someone says Batman versus someone, I'm like, Batman. Batman versus Superman, Batman. Batman versus the Marvel Universe, Batman. It's like, I'm just not going to question it, because there's so many freaking, like, things, not so much, like, sources from the writers themselves, from DC themselves. Like, as much as the fans are, yeah, it's our characters, but they're in charge of it. So even no matter what we say, we can say Hulk can kill Batman all he wants, but from the way DC makes it sound, actually, Batman beat the Hulk in the original Amalgamation comics. He kicked him in the gut. So yeah, no matter what, to us, to the fans, to a lot of the fans, or I guess a minority maybe, I don't know anymore, Batman is not the shit. But the DC, no matter what, Batman's just going to win any fight that they want him to, which is every single fight. Like, they're, like, the main... I was about to finish, but I just want to, like, tell you guys this. If you're still listening, thank you. Thank you for listening this far. There is a comic scene where Batman fights the entire Justice League. And I'm talking about in the New 52. They were all mind controlled by the Joker, and Batman fought them. He had a robot suit. I think he called it Justice Crusher. So he has a freaking machine that can beat the Justice League, apparently. So he beat the Flash, he beat Aquaman, he beat Wonder Woman, I think he beat Green Lantern, and he spat kryptonite covered gum in Superman's face, which was enough to get him off. And that's how Batman was like, alright, now I gotta go take out the Joker. Like, really? You just beat the Justice League. Like, there are comic books, like entire comic book events where villains are trying to like make up plans and teams and to beat the League, and all of a sudden Batman on the street corner beats the Justice League. Like, alright, man, whatever, do what you want, have fun with that. If you believe Batman is the epitome of the DC god, go for it. Excuse me, I'm not going to argue with you anymore. Just wanted to get my thoughts out on this because it's been bugging me for a while, man. I'll play the next Arkham Knight game because those are at least like set in his world. But whatever. Arkham Insurgency, I think. Anyways, if you're still listening, thanks for sticking around. I hope you agreed. If you didn't agree, then feel free to hit the dislike button. But if you did agree, like, share this video out with people so they can at least hear some of my points about the BS behind Batman. Or please send this to DC and be like, DC, do you realize you're doing this? Like, with Marvel, I know I'm doing this again. I feel like with Marvel, at any point they can switch their flagship character. They don't have one, but I feel like if they wanted to, they can go like, all right, this year, Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man. All right, well, thanks for listening. I got nothing else to say. Hope you can enjoy. If you did, please like, comment. Feel free to subscribe. I'm not really going to force you to. I'm just happy I finally have 33 subscribers because it keeps on dropping between 33 and 32. So I'm like, finally, some stability in my life. I'm going to try and do at least like one a month, one of these videos once a month or something. Like, I'm still trying to decide what the content of this channel is while running 2 other channels and school and working on other projects involved with companies and crap. Anyways, yeah, I'm Leo Young, and I will probably see you in the next one. Bye bye.